Yo! So I got the frickin' runs buffed out of this fender, sanded and buffed out. There's still a little bit of remnants of them, but it looks good for me, or good enough to me. So now I'm working on, so these plugs for these lights are a little bit different. So I think I'm gonna take off that one, and I don't know where the actual plug is, but I'm gonna cut it, splice it, so these fog lights work. Should be pretty sweet. So it's coming together. Looks pretty, looks nice. So I'm excited. All right, so after a little run around, I realized that you have to have the lights on for the fog lights to be on. So I was thinking that the relay in here was bad. And looking under the dash, as things, are usually with a car like this, with a hodgepodge of different type of work on it, this freaking alarm in here is wired just honestly kind of terribly. So after trying to run into this, when in reality it's fine, the fog light switch, I kind of took that apart and I don't know, I'm kind of fixing it because it does, something's making it so it runs down on charge. And I'm thinking kind of that it's that alarm. So I probably have to, maybe get a wiring diagram and look through it. But I got these just kind of temporary to try it out. That's one thing you can do, is kind of just wire them together before you permanently wire them up, and they work. So time to put a little, a couple connectors on there on both sides, and then we should be set to put this bumper on. Should be sweet. All right, so for these connectors, you can buy them on Amazon for real cheap, and they're like shrink connectors. You usually, have a heat gun, and then buy a good crimper and some good wire strippers. Have them around here somewhere. This is like the main things you need: voltmeter, wire stripper, and then some cutters. And you can do most wiring work, that you need. Sometimes you need some like spade connectors, and you can also buy those in shrink wrap. And I'll kind of show you the process in a little time lapse of how to do that. I probably should have videoed that, but you can see these become they're like boat connectors. They become waterproof once you heat shrink them. So it should be good for this application because it's gonna be right at the front of the car, and if it's ever raining, it'll be waterproof. All right, now that that's done, time to put this frickin' front bumper on. Here comes the time lapse. I'm excited. Front bumper looks like the bomb.com, you know what I'm saying? So I still gotta paint this grill. I'm gonna paint it like a satin black, but it looks good. So one thing I will say, is that I need to get these freaking side skirts on there. It looks kind of naked without them. So that's definitely a little action item on the list. It's just more sanding and painting, and I'm pretty freaking tired of that stuff, but gotta get it done. Yeah, cheers to this front bumper. Looks sick. We're making headway, so I'm happy. All right, so I got this car freaking posted up on some jack stands to get access to some screws underneath the side skirt. So the approach I took on these side skirts is to, fit them up before I paint them and make sure that I don't need to cut anything or, do anything to them before we paint them, because it would be kind of crappy to have to do that after you paint them, So yeah, getting them mocked up, and then we won't have to drill into them once they're painted, so we should be set. So my plan is to have, there's a screw right here, and then probably 4 screws underneath, that go into the underside through this way. And then I'm thinking that you're gonna need, it needs to be brought in a little bit, so I'm gonna put a couple L brackets up here that tie into this area. All right, so the side skirt came out great. It definitely fits excellent, a lot better than, some of these other, this piece I had to kind of grind. It was kind of, challenge to get it to conform, to the contour. And this one I definitely had to, cut out some stuff in here. I don't know if I put that in a previous video, but it's definitely a little bit of work to get that one to fit. But this one, I put a screw there, and like I said, 4 on the bottom. and it fits great. And I don't even think, you know, it's worth putting those angle brackets in there because it looks stock, right? So this one's done, and then I'm gonna work on this side, and then I should be able to shoot some paint on these, throw them on there permanently, and we'll be ready to freaking rock and roll. So I got these side skirts all etched, and then I primered them, and this one still needs to be sanded. There's a little bit of adhesion problems that I got fixed, but we should be ready to shoot some paint on these, and it'll be the last freaking blue electron pearl that we're gonna paint. So I'm looking forward to that being done. And then I'm also gonna be painting, you know, these moldings for they go on the window, like for the, you know, passenger and driver's side window, this area. And then once I put those on, then I can put the mirrors on. All right, sealer has been laid. I had to fix a little spot where it was kind of not adhering well here. So I'm gonna spray a little more sealer on there. And then we should be ready to spray some color. Should be good. All right, what's going on? So I got these painted. They came out freaking amazing. Didn't get any runs in it, which I'm happy about. Definitely a little bit of crud in the paint. You can kind of see a few things, but I'm not really worried about it because they're so low. So I'm gonna put these on. Should look pretty sick. Got her back on the ground, cleaned the wheels up, and these skirts look freaking incredible. The car is really freaking coming together. Time to do a little cleanup, but goddamn, looks good. Might get some beauty shots here in a second. Unfortunately, I didn't get a good clip of me showing you the grill and, you know, window moldings installed. So here's a picture showing that black grill, and you can't really see the window moldings, but they're installed and they look great. Okay, so one thing I just did is remove this tint from this window, and the way I did it was I was starting to just scrape on it, and it was taking forever. So then I got the heat gun out, and the heat gun is really effective. If you can just get a piece of it and then heat gun it as you're pulling on it, then you can really get it off easily. So just a little note there. All right, so made sure these windows work before I kind of get to work on these door panels. I'm putting a vapor barrier in here because I didn't have it when I bought it, and I got some tape here, and I'm putting it in here, so it should look good. I want to make sure to keep the water out of there, so putting some plastic and getting that vapor barrier in there, and then I can put the door panel on. All right, it's on to the next thing around here. So I got this piece of glass. It's definitely a used one, but it's in great shape. Looks good. So we'll be installing that shortly. And the process, I kind of scraped off, or I scraped off all the old adhesive. You can kind of see the line there. And then cleaned it with some surface cleaner. And did the same over here, hit it with some surface cleaner. And now I'm gonna be laying a bead of some urethane, like window sealant, and then placing it in there and hoping the bead fills the gap. All right, I got the glass in a little while ago. It's definitely a little stressful putting something like this in because you know if you don't put enough sealant that it's gonna leak. So I kind of ran a bead on the inside know if you guys can see it. But on the inside crevice as well to make sure. But it came out good. I'd almost recommend, you know, if you have the money, to just kind of hire someone to do it. You don't have to go through the stress. And one other thing I did, I got this door panel on. Looks good. Definitely kind of completes the car out. I got to buy some speakers, but it sounds so good now when I shut it. Nice and solid. So we're making headway. All right, so I went to Pick and Pull and I got these little fasteners for the emblems. I was gonna do like a Casper logo or whatever, but I figured this is probably gonna be easier and probably look a little better. So I got them on the back and put them in with a little bit of that adhesive that I used for the window. And now I'm gonna paint them satin black because I think it'll match kind of smoked out look that I'm going for. So should be good. All right, so it's later in the day now. I got these emblems on there. Looks freaking awesome. Definitely looks clean. And let's see, I'll show you this one. Boom, boom. And I took the car out for a little spin. I got these door panels in, and the car runs great. It honestly is freaking pretty quick little car. Hey, thanks for stopping into the Bluebird Enterprises YouTube channel. If you like what you saw, give me a big thumbs up, and hopefully you're leaving with a bigger smile than you came in with.